Hello everyone and welcome to the Mad Tea Party.
We hope you're ready to spill the tea.
If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new to our channel, my name is Derek.
And my name is Ryan.
And today we have a little bit of a large haul for you all.
Yeah, this is a gigantic haul. We went to Disney World.
Yeah! We are now annual pass holders.
Yay!
Yes. So we kind of took that discount and used it a bit.
A lot. We spent a week there.
We got our money's worth out of it. Yeah, we spent a week there.
5 days in the parks. We visited the character warehouse, which you will see in some later videos.
Got to ride new rides like Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
We had some cool reservations this time.
Yeah. Space 220 Lounge we did, which is just the normal Space 220.
Yeah, we did the Hoop-Dee-Doo review.
Which was so much fun.
Yeah, it's a dinner show, which was cool. And then
we went to Ohana.
Oh yeah, we also went to Ohana, which
was delicious. Oh my god,
it was so cool. The Polynesian Resort is beautiful. We have never been, and we'll never stay there, but it's nice to see it.
It would be nice to be able to stay there. But we have amassed below us a bunch of stuff that we bought, and it's kind of just going to be a grab bag where we grab into an actual bag that you'll see eventually and pull something out and show it to you.
We're going to revisit these things we bought because we don't really remember.
I was about to say, I don't really remember. I remember things we bought, but we bought quite a bit.
All right. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is something that I buy every time we go to the park. Yeah. This is a different flavor than I normally get, but every time we go to Disney, I stop to get this Alice in Wonderland tea. This one is the Queen's Garden blend. As you can see, it's a strawberry infusion tea, which I just thought was interesting. So every time we go get a different flavor, there is the Topsy Turvy blend, which is really delicious. And there's the Mad Tea Party blend, which is the regular one that I started getting years ago, but now I try and branch out and try other ones.
But there's like 7 different Alice blends right now.
Yeah, and
Tweedledee and Tweedledum
theirs was strawberry lemonade,
which
strawberry lemonade.
I was so intrigued by.
I want to try all of them, but these are actually, you have to find them in the right stores. They don't have them in the UK tea shop, which still confuses me, but I think it's because they have actual tea.
Yeah, I think it's Twinings only, or I'm pretty sure it's Twinings because I said that in the UK recently and no one corrected me. I don't think it's Twinnings, but in Twining, or in the UK, in Epcot, I think they only sell Twinings.
But this tea is legit. You should get it. I already opened it and had some, but I'm still sharing it with you, which is really nice of you.
Yeah. Something else that we pretty much buy every time we go is their amazing Mickey's coffee. This one is the Morning Roast, which is a grounded medium to dark roast, but just look at how cute it is, and it's actually delicious coffee, and it is priced the same as like normal Starbucks coffee, or like go to the grocery store. I believe this was $12.99 like you would get at the grocery store.
How am I just noticing they're on the Mad Tea Party ride? There's teacups and the lanterns all over it.
They do change the covers almost every time we get it.
Yeah. Next, I have a cup here that I have been looking at on the Disney store, not Shop Disney. I'm finally learning. I've been looking at it for a very long time and finally seeing it in person in the parks. I was like, I just have to buy it. And it's a Lizzie McGuire sipper. It is really cute. There she is. Fashion all over it.
Please.
It says, "Oh, please." Seriously cool. Bye-bye. Audi. This is just really cute. I really enjoyed the little charm on it and the little Lizzie. And it's actually like double walled, which I thought was nice.
Yeah.
That was actually the selling point for me. So
nobody likes
Disney.
Nobody likes condensation.
No, ew.
Continuing on with some drink vessels. I got a coffee mug. In fact, I got too many coffee mugs.
I'm going to say one.
Well, one from Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
The others were from the character warehouse. But this is a new mug that we had not seen, and I'm a super nerd. So when I saw this, I had to buy it. It is the monorail, and it has all of the different colors of monorail and says, please stand clear of the doors in all different languages. And it's just so cute. And there's a blue inside. There's something about technology, and especially like the fact that they made these work in the 60s and they are still running. Like that system blows my mind still, because it just looks like a piece of concrete that they slide across. And I know that's not what's happening. Yeah. But
I love the monorail. It's so cute.
I'm a little nerdy with my little monorail cup.
Yeah, we like the monorail a lot better in the morning than we do it in the evening when we have to get on it with all the other people leaving, because...
Yeah, no bueno.
But it's better than the boat.
Clearly, I drink a lot of coffee. Because I keep buying things to put them in. This is not a coffee cup. But look at this thermos. When we actually got up to the register, the cast member was like, where did you get that? I haven't seen that before. So I'm guessing it just got put out recently. But y'all, it is Baymax. And there's a little mochi there. But he is just laying there. And on the back, we've got this really cool, and it took me a moment, but if you look, you can kind of find the B, the A, the Y, the M. They use the same A, and the X. Cool. Baymax, and it is just like a good old ordinary thermos. I'm picking out a thermos for you. I know you don't know what that movie is. If you know that movie, comment down below. But it is just a gorgeous little thermos for me to take extra coffee to work. Because that's what I need. Or soup, I guess. But I wouldn't want soup in it.
All the times you bring soup to work.
All those times I bring soup for lunch.
So next up, we have a little bit of a craft that we picked up in the China Pavilion.
Can't say no to a craft.
Yeah, we love a craft. If you will look here, we've got this little rose here. It's made from wood pieces. Does it just piece together like a puzzle?
Yeah, so it's one of those ones where you kind of like snap the pieces apart like they're perforated, and then you just stick them together, and it creates that beautiful rose. And in our house, we are not able to have live flowers because we have a very sweet little fur baby who likes to eat any live plant he can get a hold of.
Yeah.
So we have been using Legos and now wood for some.
This is 8 years and up, and it's 104 pieces.
I can't wait to make this.
Spend some time for love and flowers to indulge in a cozy and leisurely life. We were sold on that.
We were. This next item is a item that we saw, we laughed about, we texted a friend and sent a picture, and they said, oh my god, they were sold out when I went there for May 4th. Can you please buy it for me?
So we did.
And so we did. Y'all, this is exactly what you think it is. It is a Jar Binks hat.
It's very attractive.
And I have a very large head, so let me just pop this open real quick. But if you were to put this, like... Jar Binks, y'all!
It's a lot. It's so much.
It's so much. But also, I'm not going to be wearing this. But look, guys, they also released, while we were there, a limited release Gungan pin with him and his Gungan delegation. And I had to stop myself from buying it because I don't have a Star Wars collection. But Jar Binks has a mutual hated love. I want to say hated love. People love to hate him, but also he's like a cult classic because people think he's secretly evil. Do you like Jar Jar?
No.
So this next item, I saw and went, do I need that? And then I went, huh? I can use this at school, which means school pays for it. Because who doesn't need a new bag featuring the Finding Nemo gang? And I happen to be directing Finding Nemo this year at school, so I gotta put my giant script in something and my other things. And it was just really cute. And y'all, it's made out of a nice weave that is, I believe, just a polyester. I do think that it might be all recycled materials. What does that say? I might be lying about everything.
This next item is a t-shirt that we spotted in Magic Kingdom. And when we went back, it was the only place we had seen it, and they didn't have a lot of sizes available. And we picked it up. We went back that night and got it. And then the next day I was really grateful we did, because when we went into that store, it was gone. However, since we've gotten home, this shirt has been put on Shop Disney.
Yes.
And so I feel a little less like cool about it, but whatever. It is the Princess Fest tour. As you can see, it says Disney Princess Fest. You got Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Pocahontas, Mulan, Tiana, and Rapunzel. And then on the back, it is their tour dates, the Princess Fest, and each of these is the dates that their movies were released. So touring at a castle near you. I just couldn't resist this. It's so cute.
The dates are amazing, and I realized after he purchased it, I have a similar shirt that is the Muses, and I even was like, oh, it feels like it's extra wide, and we realized they're like 80s band shirts, like tour shirts.
Disney's actually, they had a lot of them. After we realized it, I recognized them, so many of them on the wall. There are so many of these oversized tees, which I'm all about. And I honestly wish I would have bought all of the oversized tees, because it's all I want to wear. But this shirt rules, and I cannot wait to wear it.
While I did not buy an oversized tee, I did buy a oversized sweatshirt, because it was a made for, not me, but if I got it larger, it would fit me, and you'll see why I couldn't say no. It is a Guardians of the Galaxy sweatshirt. So first of all, it does say Other World Showcase, and it has some really cool graphics with the, don't at me, not Kandarian. It's the ship. We wrote it twice, and I still can't name Xandar. The Xandarian ship that's flying over. But on the back, it's also got this really cool retro logo that says Guardians of the Galaxy. And the best part, look at this stitching, the way that the shoulders here are. That's not the coolest part. Look at the bottom. We've got not only a little embroidery of the Xandar symbol, but the way that it's put together is otherworldly.
Yeah, this seam is really cool.
I could not say no to this. The color scheme is perfect. It's not picking up extremely well. It is a very light purple, a little bit purplier than the camera is showing, but it just reminded me of like old school Epcot, but with new IP.
And that ride rules. It was my first time riding it on this trip, and whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
And we got 2 different songs, and they were different than the one that I had from the first time I wrote it.
You've had 3 different songs.
I've had 3 different songs. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, we saw online that they were releasing these Munchlings, and I immediately was like, I need those, but I don't. And then I forgot about them, and they went out of my mind. And then we walked in a store, and Ryan goes, hey, look, it's those Munchlings. So we got 2 boxes, and these are the Disney Afternoon Munchlings. And I'm going to show you, I am so excited to open these, and we are about to open them. But take a look here. We have the possibility of Scrooge McDuck as dollar pancakes, Huey, Dewey, and Louie as a cereal bowl with fruit, Kit McCloud Kicker, who is from Tailspin, and sorry if you didn't know the first 2, they're from DuckTales.
He's a brown sugar muffin.
Yes, he is. And then from Darkwing Duck, we've got 2. We've got Darkwing Duck, who is a fruit bowl parfait.
Parfait.
Oh, sorry, thank you. And Gosling Mallard, his niece. And
she's fresh squeezed orange juice.
Thank you. And Goliath from Gargoyles is a berry breakfast pastry. And then there's a mystery character.
Huh. Do you know who the mystery one is?
I actually don't. I would be truly happy to get any of these.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Goliath as a berry breakfast pastry.
Yeah, that sounds really cute.
I also love the Darkwing Duck.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one that I'm not super, like, I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to jinx anything. But we are going to open these, and we have 2. And I'm going to go first.
Go ahead.
If you are new to the channel, Disney Afternoon is my jam. I'm just that generation. I am that old. I want to get this box open. I'm going to rip it. I've never opened a Munchling box before.
I guess we haven't.
Y'all, this is new. Setting history here. Making history.
Yeah, we've
All right.
only done Munchling pins.
So, it's inside, but I don't want to look at it until I pull it out. Okay, number 1, it is the mystery, and number 2 is from Rescue Rangers!
Wait, there's 2 sides.
It is Dale and Chip.
That's so cute.
And they're a hamburger. Or they're a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, they're breakfast items, so they must be.
Oh
They're
my.
a biscuit. They're a sausage biscuit.
Yep. We're just making it. They're a sausage biscuit with, actually, it's like sausage, egg, and like sriracha.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to say. Guys.
What a gift!
I did not expect to have Chip and Dale in here, and the Rescue Rangers.
That's the best
for
one.
the
too.
win.
That's the best one you could have gotten.
So throw that box.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what's in here. Nothing's going to be that. I was actually going to say, I want the mystery one, but I guess I don't. It's not the mystery one because it feels different, so that's good news.
It's Kit the Cloud Kicker.
He's really cute.
Who was actually the one I was gonna say I didn't really
I wondered
care
if that's
for,
what you were gonna say.
but y'all, this makes up for and
He's
actually
so cute.
I do love Tailspin. I do enjoy very much. It's not my favorite of the lineup, but it is super cute, and show his little strawberry off.
He's got a little strawberry on top. He's a brown sugar muffin, so he's got a blueberry up top and a strawberry.
Oh, so y'all, these little munchlings, I can't even. And I do want to say that when I picked out those 2 boxes, I did like move aside, pull out, do things, grab one from the back, and then I went to the next one and I grabbed from the side. Fate was on our side this time around. And now, on to the pins. The main attraction. Did you separate them by
No.
us? Oh, okay.
I didn't. And I don't even know that they're split in half. These were just when I was separating all of the stuff that we have acquired this summer. These pins were basically in 2 bags already, and I found one and I was like, whoa, we got a lot of pins in the park. And then I found the other one and I was like, they just doubled. How did this happen? So they're all kind of random. So I think we're just going to pull and enjoy whatever's in there. This trip, there were not very many. First off, like no limited edition pins. I don't think we got a single one. They were all boring and lame. And
They did release, like, there were some show posters that they released that were cute, but not a part of any of our collections.
They also released the Oliver and Company skee ball pin that I think is so
arcade
cute.
one, yeah, but
I have no reason to own it. So
No, it's got Dodger on it and not Georgette, so... And they also released one of the bi-coastal ones, but it was not one of the rides that we really go for.
And then the blind box pins were also really sad. The only ones we really were able to find that we liked were the Pixar or plush.
The plushies.
The plush, I can't remember what they're called. They're plush, and they're not Pixar. They're plush, and they're so cute, and if you missed it, we opened them live while we were there, so we don't have any blind box or pouch bags to show you, because we already opened them.
But go back and watch that video because it's worth it, and we do need to trade. We went back to the one place that we were able to find them, and they were sold out when we got there, because it was a couple days later, and what do you expect?
So if you have them, reach out. So we have a lot of pins to share here, like a lot. So let's just dig in.
If I pull one that's yours,
That's okay.
We'll show them still, and you can talk about it.
Sure.
Whatever.
That sounds great.
All right, you go first because I opened a Munchling first.
First one up. That's mine. This Cheshire glitter pin was recently released in the parks, and I knew this was one I was going to be seeking out while we were there. I think it might have been on the Disney store at one point, but I decided I didn't need to buy it on there because I was going to be in the park soon. Maybe it wasn't on there, I don't remember. But I am glad to own that one now, and no surprise about that.
I'm excited because now we're going to reveal them without looking at them. It's
almost like they're mystery pins.
So this pin here is from a set that they put out from the 90s. If you are unfamiliar, which I hope you are not, but that is Max from The Little Mermaid.
One of the cutest Disney dogs.
And the triangles and floof on point. I think the word floof is what got me.
Yeah.
And we also,
bought the whole series.
I was about to say, we bought 3 different 90s pins.
Some others.
And so when I saw this one, I said, we can't leave without that one.
He's so cute.
Yeah, he is so adorable.
So next up, Derek spotted this Kingdom Hearts pin and actually bought it early on thinking we wouldn't see it again, but then we saw it everywhere.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, they don't have a lot of stuff out for it, and the last thing that they did put out was the Tales of the Sword. No, Tales of the Sword. Because I kept calling it Tales of the Key, because the key blade. But when I saw that, I was like, is this a pin that I'm not going to be able to find anywhere else? So on our first day, I bought it, and then we saw it everywhere. Yeah. So if you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, in park, they've got this puppy.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. Alrighty, turning this one over, and we've got... it's Mama Odie! This is from the new Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So you can see down in the bottom corner, they've got the logo for the ride. They've also got Mama Odie surrounded by all of her magical things and a cute little frog over here. And she is definitely the dark background represents that ride very well because once you go inside, it is extremely dark. We can talk about the ride at some point.
Yeah,
but
opinions.
We did have to buy the pins.
Yeah.
They were just so cute. Yeah. They were just so cute.
The animatronics on that ride are very impressive, and especially the Mama Odie. That was one of my favorite parts. So
yeah, Mama Odie was amazing. The animatronics were wonderful.
All right, next up. Oh, me. This was an open edition. I had to have these princess pins. I actually try to avoid buying all of these because they release so many princess pins like this that are open edition. But this one had glitter, so obviously I had to do it. She's just beautiful. And they actually got her face right on this, which is not all the time.
Yeah, it's hot. When it gets down to the fine details in the smaller, like in those princess pins, they don't always get
Disney does fine. It's Loungefly that messes up their faces.
That's true.
Her face.
This one. Oh, we've got another 90s one, and this one is the 90s chick or duck. And you can imagine Ryan saw this and said, can't leave without that one. So, number 2 of 3 90s ones.
So next up, we spotted these pins in the China Pavilion in Epcot, and we had to have them because they represented our year of birth. I was born during the year of the snake because I am cunning and slick, and you should watch out for me, and I'm poisonous. But I loved it. We loved it. Honestly, I really identify with snakes. I'm kind of terrified of them, but that's kind of why I identify with them. But I loved this because it says my most compatible sign is an ox.
Which
or a rooster or a dragon. But
it's funny because I am the year of the ox. So there I am. And these are not Disney pins, but they are pins made from China and in the Chinese pavilion. I don't know my attributes as well as I should. I do have, though, the most compatible signs are the rat, the rooster, and the snake. Snake's in the middle. I just had a suspense. But, this is not really me. Patient, speak little, and inspire the confidence in others. Maybe that one? I don't know. Oxen have a tendency to be eccentric and bigoted, and they anger easily. Anger easily, maybe. Bigoted, no. Having an easygoing personality, they can be stubborn and they hate to fail or be opposed. Okay, that is a very true statement. They remarkably fierce tempers, although they speak little, they are quite eloquent when they do speak out.
Mine is spot on for me. Snakes are graceful and attractive. Just kidding. Their self-reliance will often lead them to go overboard in tasks because of their lack of faith in others. Kind of true. Intelligent, deep thinkers, snakes tend to be more private and plotting. True. The snake can sometimes be selfish or stingy. True. But also sympathetic. True. Keen and cunning, they do well financially and may be materialistic, though not too attached to possessions. I actually think that's very spot on. All of that. Especially the graceful and attractive part. All right, so next up. Yay, it's Pocahontas. This is from the same series as the Aurora that you saw before. I actually had to have this one because in her dress there, if you look really closely, there is glitter, and they almost never do Pocahontas with glitter because, to be honest with you, it's kind of a bizarre combination, but I loved it.
It's within the tan, and it's very subtle and beautiful.
So yeah.
All right, next up, we've got... Hey, it's the other one from Tiana's Bayou Adventure. This one says, we know a shortcut. We've also got cute little firefly. Is that actually Ray? No, those are just fireflies floating around. And we've got Lewis in the flume with his pals that are in the band with him. Mm-hmm. And basically... spoiler alert, the drop is the shortcut to a party. So we know a shortcut and they took us on it.
Mm-hmm. All right, next up, we've got... Brother Bear.
Sweet Brother Bear.
Derek picked these up. It's Coda and whatever the other bear's name is.
The other bear.
Brother.
The brother of the bears.
Yeah. They're just cute. They're just cute. And they're gonna, I assume, in your sidekicks.
Yeah. And next up, we've got... Oh, okay. Ryan is in love with the rock and roller coaster.
It's my favorite roller coaster.
There's Mickey screaming his throat out for Aerosmith.
I just thought that I actually tend to buy rock and roller coaster pins whenever I see them. I'm not really sure why. I really do love the ride. I guess that's why. But this is actually a really cute rock and roller coaster pin. So
it also... after refurbishment, I believe we saw a couple new things inside when we wrote it. Either that or we just forgot what they were. But there were brighter things. More neon was added. And y'all...
The music went out halfway through our ride. So we had a silent rock and roller coaster. And then I think the ride was broken once we got off.
We thought we were going to get an evac.
Yeah. Actually, I was like... This ride is really creepy when it's silent.
I think there was 2 or 3 times we thought we were going to get an evac from a ride. Yeah. And we didn't get one from any of them. But, y'all, the line is still just as long as it was before. It's still just as hot as it was before. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to the rock and roller coaster, be ready to sweat. Just sweat.
Or get a lightning lane.
Or get a lightning lane.
Mm-hmm. Next up, this one feels big. Oh, here we've got a Finding Nemo
supporting cast, which is really just the whole cast.
No, Nemo's not in there.
I know, but I feel like Nemo is he's missing,
so he's the star.
Oh, okay. Okay, since his name is the movie. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you see so much more of Marlin and Dory. Mm-hmm. But it's such a cute pin, and even looking at it again, just Crush hanging over,
and Squirt,
Bruce like taking up so much space, and then all the little friends down below. I love it.
Super cute.
Next up, pulling out of this bag, we've got Chip and Dale. We spotted this one, and I grabbed it quick because it looks like it should be like an autumn pin, but it doesn't say autumn on it.
That's
and they
the fall Thanksgiving.
Right?
Pin.
And they just released one literally like 2 days after we left of a new one that says autumn on it, I think.
Yeah.
And it looks very similar. So I'm glad I got this while I was there.
What's a cornucopia? I was like, what is that?
Oh yeah, the cornucopia, and they've got some acorns falling out, and a really cool, actually, gold, just like a gold leaf sitting up there.
Next up. Oh, it's Dopey.
It is Dopey.
With his little diamond. This was one that I had seen prior to going to the park, and I knew I was looking for it. I have a Dopey collection, but I especially collect Dopey holding the stones, the gemstones, because they're so cute.
And it's a double pin back.
Yeah, it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not as big as what it seems to be with that double pin back, but
there's one on like the back of the gem and on the back of him. It is bigger than. Yeah.
I love him. He's super cute.
All right, here is trying to fish it out in here. All right, what do we got? Hey, it's Miko and Flit, and they're eating berries.
I love that pin.
I know. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I spotted it and was like, Ryan, do you have this pin?
Yeah, and I had never seen it at that point. I saw it, I think, 2 more times in the park after it. It wasn't everywhere, though.
No, but it is.
So I'm glad we got it when we did.
Yeah, like, such a cute pin. And I always loved their coloring, the teals and the blues, and they always add in pink in some way.
Yeah, gotta include our boy Miko and Flit. Sweet Miko.
Moving on. Is it my turn? I thought so.
I think. No, it's my turn. Because you didn't.
I just opened Miko.
Yeah. All right. So next one I've got here is. Oh, it is Minnie and Daisy on the Mad Tea Party. I love this pin. They're just super cute. This one I think has been out a while, and I've wanted it for a while. So this was just finally the trip that I had to do it.
That is super cute. And it's a big pin. And be
is really
careful,
big.
because there's a double pin back that's missing a backer.
That's because we needed the backer for something on the trip.
Oh,
So
that-
I added this, but I don't remember what it was for. But here we go.
Next, we've got... Oh, I looked at it, but I love this one. It's Baymax and Mochi. And what's not showing up very well, there you go, kind of. Baymax's armor is marbleized. It's got that really, really cool texture to it. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And just sweet Mochi, just living his little sweet life down below.
Didn't we find that at Fort Wilderness?
We found this everywhere.
Oh, okay.
But there was also one for San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another one, and I had to be selective in some places. So this was my one Baymax pin, and Mochi. When Mochi's a part of it, I gotta buy it.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one I got here. Oh, we've got Luisa from Encanto. This pin, actually, they had several of them, and you could tell they'd been waiting there a while. Some of them were kind of damaged because of how old they were, I'm guessing.
And the funny thing is, I think it was an outside stand, and I think that they live outside. Like, they cover the stands, because we found them other places. But we found, like, there's, like, one tiny little spot of, like, not rust, but, like, where it could have been some...
It's chipped kind of on the edge.
But
and
it's adorable.
we wanted it. And it seems very Louise. It had, like, a chipped edge.
Right.
That's cool. It's fine.
Cracking under the pressure. Let's see what I've got. Oh, it's my boy Jafar. This was actually one of the first ones that I bought as well. And he is just so mysterious and detailed in this pin. And the gold framing, I feel like, does not pick up as well as it should. It's just so pretty.
That's really cute.
And anytime he's holding that sticks, he's just, I don't know. He's got a really evil look to him.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he can look silly. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Next up. Oh, this.
Hey! Yay!
This is also a pin that I went to Disney knowing I was looking for it. This one came out a while ago and also might have been available online, but
It was on the Disney store, but we said, let's wait till we get
We're
there.
going to be there and we'll have an annual
Discount.
pass, so we'll get a discount. So this pin is so cute. It is Quasimodo here with Hugo, Laverne, and Victor. The gargoyles from the movie with on the edge with some pigeons.
My hope is that when I reach in here, I'm going to pull out the one that I always associate with that one, because it was available at the same time, but I don't think I've done that. No, I have not, but look at this adorableness. Okay, guys, so we did not stay at Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, which is different than the Fort Wilderness Lodge. There are two separate resorts called Fort Wilderness in some way. This is the campground one where you can like bring your RV and like set up, and literally you can't drive anywhere like that you want to go. You can just like drive down a main road. And we went to the Hoop-de-Doo review here, and we did not receive great instructions, so we drove all the way to the back where it's supposed to happen, and we got there and we were like, how are we supposed to park? And then we had to turn around and go back to the very front and get on a bus and go back to the back and then go to the Hoop-de-Doo review.
It was a lot of work, but it ended up being worth it.
And this was at one of the little stores, and I have to show you again. So they are eating a s'more here, which is pretty much my favorite kind of flavor combo ever. And it is a rubberized s'more. And of course, Dale has his mouth full of s'more because he's always eating.
Just a hungry little chipmunk.
He is. And I couldn't pass it up when we saw it. And we visited Fort Wilderness, so why not get one with its name?
And we're not going to stay there ever, because I don't camp.
We're not going to stay there. We're not.
I don't even want to.
They do have a couple cute cabins going in that I thought were cute, but we're not going to stay there.
We're not staying there.
We're not staying there.
All right, next up. So this one is the Skyliner. We love the Skyliner. To be honest with you, this time we took a ride on it.
Just to take a ride.
Sweet, sweet Mickey and Minnie there.
And also,
They dangle.
We sat on this one for a day or two as well. We saw it and we were like, that is so cute. And we do have a parks collection, and we're very selective of what goes in it because it's not a huge collection. It normally is something to do with like the Tiki Room or Mad Tea Party, Haunted Mansion, or Space Mountain.
Yeah,
but
we also love the
Skyliner.
Things
we had. I was going to say, I think we have one other Skyliner pin, and they did have another one, but with the swinging element, we had to buy that one. Hey, it's the final '90s one, and this one is the one that I had to get. Who disturbs my slumber? You know, just the Cave of Wonders.
You know,
and plus. I'm going to ask a question, and I want a simple answer. Am I a morning person?
No.
That's all I'm going to say. So this pin speaks volumes.
So last up, this is the last pin that I have. It is a scene from Alice in Wonderland. This was one of the ones. Actually, there were several Alice pins this time that I did not have already.
Many.
And I actually have had to convince myself now I cannot own every Alice pin. They release so many of them that I have to pick and choose. But here we have a scene with the Red Queen and the card down there with, he's got the bucket of paint on his head. And you've got the little King of Hearts and the White Rabbit. I just liked this because it was a little...
it had the king on it.
Yeah, and it's a little... it's not the same characters you get all the time, which I appreciated.
All right, and this is the last in my bag. And this one is going to be the one, I'm sure, that I was thinking of with your gargoyles from Quasimodo, from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes, it is the one I expected. This is Merlin and Wart. And the funny thing is, this moment does not truly exist in the movie. It looks like it is part of the packing up scene, but he is not reading from a giant book, really. like this.
You know.
But this one showed up on the Disney store. I was about to say the other name. At the exact same time that the Gargoyles and Quasimodo showed up. This one sold out. And I was afraid because we said for both of them, we'll get them in the park. And when it sold out, I was like, does that mean it's like gone? Are they going to have it at the park?
Open edition.
And I will say, though, it was only in like 2 or 3 places. It was not everywhere.
Well, I don't think that there's the Hunchback one wasn't in a lot of places either. I don't think that it's a super popular one, so I bet they don't carry it in a lot of stores.
Oh, but it's so pretty. So we do have one other pin that is not from the park, but we got it in Disney Springs. We had the pleasure of seeing Cirque du Soleil drawn to life. We have been wanting to go to Cirque in Disney Springs for a long time.
I've wanted to go since before it was even drawn to life. Before
Yeah.
It was Disney associated. It was just Cirque du Soleil there. I've wanted to go to that.
When we went to Las Vegas 6-7 years ago now, I think, we saw the Beatles one.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to have a friend who was working on it, and he was like, do you want tickets? And we were like, yeah.
It blew our minds.
And it blew our minds. And the funny thing is, that would have not been the one I chose, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go.
Yeah.
And so we bought this pin, which is from the show itself. It says Cirque du Soleil and Disney up there, drawn to life. And I will say it was a nice mix of both companies kind of coming together. You saw a lot of Cirque and very specific, like their shows, I feel like run in a very specific way, but it was not overly saturated, but had quite a bit of Disney, like cameos and appearances in either projections or things that came out of different areas. It was really cool.
Or even just the theming of what they were doing was kind of Disney-esque if they weren't all out Disney, which was kind of cool.
So if you are in the Springs and you've got a extra hour and a half to do something, go see Drawn to Life. It was super fun.
Yeah, it wasn't super crowded, so I'm a little worried that it won't be running for a lot longer. So
Yeah, I don't know if it just opened. I don't think it just opened.
No, it didn't. It's been
So
a while.
who knows, but it was not full.
So while we were down in Orlando, we also had on our list that we really wanted to go and stop by Pin HQ, the new GoPinPro location. I guess we had never been to the older store that I guess was smaller, but they just moved like right before we went. So we got to go to the new store. Actually, their grand opening was the Saturday after we were there. So it was open, but they didn't have the grand opening party until after we were gone.
They are also extremely kind. As soon as you walk in the door, they're like, hey, how are you doing? Have you been here before? Let's help you out. Here's a basket. They were so nice.
And we went one day before we were going to the parks. So honestly, thank goodness we had plans for after, because we would have been in there all day if we didn't have somewhere to be. At one point, we just had to be like, I have to stop looking. I can't.
Things were starting to, it felt like, repeat themselves. We also had to start walking away from like the open edition / because they have Loungefly pins there as well. And we had to like stop looking at those because we were like, we need to find something we really need and something we're not going to be able to find somewhere.
Yeah.
And we went in with a budget. And that budget was then increased while we were there because of a pin I found. But I'm going to let you show first.
So, this first pin I'm going to show you was kind of a dumb decision on my part, and let me tell you why. When we were looking, there was one pin that I spotted that I'm going to show you next that I was like, absolutely, I'm buying that. And then I had a little bit more money to spend on another pin, and so I chose this other one that was Chef Louis, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, I just love it. I think I'm going to get it. And
I thought that's what he was going to get too.
Right before we checked out, I spotted a Frolo pin, and I was like, I have to have that. I need it. And so I bought it instead.
And in like a split-second decision, because you were like, actually, open that case, that pen. Like,
no, actually, I had asked you if I should get this pen, and you answered me, and I could tell you weren't listening to me, but you said yes. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to get it. And then after I bought it, I was like, he didn't listen to what I said. And that is how this happened. It's this Frollo card pin that I do love, and I love it so much that I already owned it. So I bought it and did not need it. So this pin is up for sale or for trade if you're interested.
And as we were checking out, I was like, he has that pin.
And then we got back to the hotel. Actually, we went to the park. When we got back to the hotel that night, I opened the bag and I was looking at them and I pulled this out and looked at it and I went, do I already have this?
And at one point we took pictures of our collections and I said, go back to those pictures that we have and see if it's on your hunchback board.
And it was.
And
so I reached out to Pin HQ and they don't allow returns because I guess people have gotten a pin and switched it out and tried to return it, which is wild to me. But when they explained that, I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that I was dumb and bought a pin I already had. So this is for sale or for trade if you are looking or interested.
This next pin is not up for sale and not up for trade and never will be. Because I never thought I would see this pin in person and I never thought that I'd have it in my hands and own it. So if you are unfamiliar with Mickey of Glendale's and the whole Imagineering series, it's a very hard to come by pin series because you have to be in LA, be at this store that's like on the lot and buy them there's virtual queues, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, they did this reflection series where a character is on top and below is another version of them. And there were 2 of them that I immediately was like, I need those, but I'm never going to get them. And then I saw this. And I had to have it. So, here is Alberto with his reflection of his sea monster self down below. And he is an LE of 300. And I honestly, when I saw this pin, because there was a couple others that I was like, I like that one. I like that one. And then when I saw this one, I went, Ryan, I'm getting this one and you can add $30 to your budget.
Yeah.
And I bought it. So eventually I'm going to have to save up some money, set aside some money to find Luca because I just love it so much. And there was also one of the other ones I was considering I didn't even know existed. And it was Massimo cooking.
Yeah.
And with Machiavelli with him, there was a whole cooking series we discovered because they also had Kronk. They had Chef Louis and some other really good ones.
They had a Fauna.
So many good. That was the other one. Yes.
Yeah, it was
so many good ones.
This very last pin we have to show off is a treasure. I knew I had to have it as soon as I spotted it, and so then it was just a matter of like, what else can I get?
Had you seen it before?
Yeah, okay. There's a series of them, and I want all of them. I didn't think I ever would. This is also an Imagineering pin, and it was pretty recent, I think. We have this glorious Prince Philip giant limited edition pin. He is so beautiful. There is jewel details in there. There's like some glitter behind him. It's pin on pin.
Got the jewels. I mean, so many details.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very nice pin. It says it's limited edition. I'm curious what size it is because it actually doesn't say on the card, and I never thought to look at that.
Yeah, I had to look at the back of him to find out 300.
This is also an LE of 300.
And that's the problem, not the problem, but the Imagineering pins go so quickly and...
There's not a lot of them.
No, there's not. And they're always so beautiful. It's like usually Disney's best pins, even in my opinion.
The card is beautiful. Like this is just like the castle, if you look here. It's like the flags in the castle, gorgeous. And then they're just gorgeous. I love this pin. I can't wait to put this on my board.
Mine's just blank, but...
I also want to add, when we left, they gave us this little pinfolio board to stick our pins in. I guess this is how they check you out. And it was so cool. And now I'm feeling like we need to buy a pinfolio board because it's super cute and it works really well. And
the guy was like, hey, what color do you want? We were like, purple. And then he just literally, because they take them out with the back, because when they pull them out, there's no backers on them. And then they just sell them to you by sticking them onto it. And they stuck the pins on and we were like, thank you!
Yeah, it was great. So go check out Pin HQ. They are the best. We can't wait to go back. Our bank account probably can now.
As always, thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be curious about our other content, make sure to click on the subscribe button down below.
Or off with your head!
And if you enjoyed this video, which we really hope you did, hit that thumbs up. It helps us out so much.
Yeah, share this with a friend, and then leave a comment down below. Which of the things that we got in this haul today was your favorite? This was a giant haul. I don't even know what my favorite was.
I do know what my favorite is, and it is that Alberto reflection pin.
Actually, I think mine is the Prince Phillip pin too. Let's just
spade a spade. I was about to say that exact same thing.
Mine. So leave us a comment down below which of the things was your favorite, and don't choose ours just because it's our favorite.
Yeah,
don't copy us.
Don't do that. That's weird.
Yeah, ew. Ugh.
Ugh. Also, we hope you all have a golden afternoon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
If you don't care for tea, you could at least make polite conversation.